remain standing, and let's pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Be seated. Thank you. Okay, if there's some empty seats, please take them. Good afternoon, and congratulations to the newly appointed and reappointed criminal court, family court, and interim civil court judges, and welcome to their families and many friends. Welcome to City Hall in this beautiful chambers. It is indeed a special day for all of us, and I feel very blessed to have been part of the process that has brought to the bench of the City of New York this wonderful new crop of judges, the next generation of judges that will dispense justice in our courts for decades to come. My task today is to introduce the man who made today possible, our terrific mayor, Bill Deblasio. Let's give him a hand. Right. But before I do that, I've also been tasked with acknowledging the presence here today of several people. First, our judicial luminaries, our former fantastic Chief Judge, Judith S. Kay, who for 15 years led the court system with skill and grace. Our current Chief Judge, Jonathan Lippman, has been unavoidably detained. I'm not sure he's going to make it this afternoon. But he is very, very happy to have so many new, bright, and energetic judges at his disposal. And welcome to Judge Gail Prudenti, the Chief Administrative Judge. And Judge Randy Eng, the presiding justice of the second department, sorry. And Melissa Jackson, the administrative judge of the criminal court. And Edwina Richardson Mendelson is somewhere, but she's being, where is she? Where is Edwina? Administrative judge of family court. And also welcome to all the other judges in attendance here today, and thank you for everything you do and for your support during this process. There are a few other people that I've been asked to acknowledge. Well, certainly I personally want to thank Desiree Kim, the executive director. And Barry Cozier, my vice chair on the Mayor's Advisory Committee on Judiciary. And all the members of the committee who are here today, and thank them for their hard work in making today possible. And members of the mayor's cabinet who were very intimately involved with this process. Zachary Carter, our corporation counsel. Maya Wiley, counsel to the mayor. Henry Berger, our special counsel. And I should also acknowledge some agency heads who are present. Anna Maria Bermudez, DOP commissioner. Where is she? Gladys Carrion, I saw you earlier. Where are you, Gladys? There you are, okay. ACS commissioner. Fidel Del Valle, oath commissioner and chief judge. Where are you? There you are. Rachel Lauder, Director of Appointments. Rachel. And Rory Lansman, New York City Council member. Thank you for letting us use your room. Okay. I am here, however, to speak about our wonderful mayor, Bill Deblasio, who, though not a lawyer himself, has nonetheless exhibited a tremendous commitment to the process of selecting judges. He has been so very involved and cares so deeply about our courts and New York's families. The mayor's selection of these judges is consistent with his extraordinary vision of leveling the playing field for all New Yorkers and ensuring that even the most vulnerable in our communities receive justice in our courts. To that end, our mayor has surrounded himself with advisors who also share the passion and commitment to only appointing highly qualified jurists to our city courts. Has conferred upon me and my Vice Chair, Barry Cozier, and all our committee members and our Executive Director, the challenging task of finding the best and the brightest and most diverse candidates. And Mr. Mayor, we believe we have. So thank you for the faith and trust you placed in us. Thank you for your leadership and inspiration. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to our phenomenal mayor, Bill Deblasio.
I want to thank Carmen. I will call you Judge Saparik for the purpose of this august assemblage, but I know you as Carmen from all those days and all those interviews. I want to thank you for your extraordinary leadership. You've done a lot for this city, a lot for this state. As a great jurist, it didn't take long for you to come out of retirement and immediately start this mission. I thank you for that because you've given your heart and soul to it and a huge amount of time. You set a lot of records along the way and achieved a lot of firsts for women and Latinos, but what you're doing today, I think, is one of your finest hours, because I remember when we first talked about this mission and wanting the very, very best for our judiciary, but also wanting a judiciary that looked like New York City. And you said from the beginning it would take a different kind of effort, a deeper reach out into this profession and out into our communities, and you led that effort with great energy and purpose. I want to thank you. Let's thank Carmen for all she has done. I want to thank all of the folks who are part of this process. You heard a moment ago the leading lights who put so much time and energy into the process, who taught me so much about the right way to go about it. Now, I just want to affirm to you, I am not a lawyer. I was in a room many times surrounded by lawyers, closing in on me with their great legal minds, the room about to burst with legal expertise. But throughout, I used, I hope, my own common sense approach to work with my colleagues to find the very best and the brightest. But beyond Carmen, I definitely want to thank our Vice Chair, Barry Cozier, and our Executive Director, Desiree Kim, for their great efforts. Let's thank them again. Everyone who's here, thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for supporting these great individuals we'll be swearing in today. I think we are all honored by the presence of Judge Kaye. Thank you for making this an even more special occasion. And I had the honor of working with you over the years on some of the issues we care so deeply about how to protect and support our children. And I just want to thank you for all you do to this day for the people of New York City and New York State. 28 judges being sworn in today. Every single one of them an extraordinary legal mind, every single one of them someone deeply committed to public service. And it was a joy to be in this process. I have to tell you, to hear the depth of commitment, what motivated people. I assure you, my friends, and family members will probably sigh or groan at this statement, but pretty much every one of these individuals was clear about the fact that they had that fork in the road in their life where they could have chosen a path that involved greater compensation. And some even had greater compensation for a while and somehow escaped it and went back to public service. But what was clear throughout all 28 interviews was a burning desire to serve. And these are not easy assignments. These are grueling assignments. These are assignments that take everything you got, your mind, your heart, your soul, your stamina. And a lot of these individuals are coming back for more. A lot of people are stepping up for the first time, but all walking towards the challenge. And I want to thank them all. So I just want to thank those who have stepped forward in service. I want to thank the family members who in that process support them. So let us applaud everyone who's been a part of that. So from the beginning, we said in this administration, this was true for all our appointments, we felt a special obligation when it came to the judiciary, given how sacred the judiciary is in our society, that we wanted the very most qualified people, and we wanted people who reflected the totality of New York City. This is the very essence of democracy. You know you're in a representative dynamic when every kind of person can feel that someone like them is represented in leadership, that their voices matter, their experience is understood. And we knew from the beginning, with a very rigorous process, with a focus on finding the most talented, with a deliberative and impartial process, we could achieve both the highest quality and an extraordinary degree of diversity. We knew it from the beginning, and it proved to be true throughout, throughout the process. It is, I would argue, very much more challenging to be a judge here than in many other places in this country. The complexities, the pace, the caseloads, there's so many things here that take a particular rigor to address. We search for that. And the committee, our screening committee, a tremendous group of individuals, and I want to thank all of them, put their heart and soul into finding the very best. Looked under every stone, thought about every possibility to find people who could actually measure up to this very high standard. I came into the process after the screening committee had done a lot of work already. I had the privilege of interviewing each of these candidates. I didn't have as much time as I ideally would have liked. As we talked about in the process, it was somewhere between a deep and probing, typical personnel interview and speed dating. So it was trying to get a lot done in a limited amount of time and really understand who each person was and what they stood for and how they did their work. But I'm thrilled with the result. And I'm thrilled on the quality level and commitment level, but I'm also very moved by the diversity you will see before you today that really represents the best of New York City. The numbers are striking. Of the 28 judges being sworn in today, 20 are women, 16 are, you can clap for that. 16 are African American or Latino or Asian. 4 are members of the LGBT community. And one of my personal favorite things to talk about, they represent all 5 boroughs. So as people come up, you will recognize New York City. If you want to see a similarly representative group, you can go to your local subway station and get on a subway train. Each of these judges has an amazing story. It was really so moving to get to know them. But I'm going to just give a couple of examples to give you a sense of the sheer experience and commitment that these individuals bring. Let me tell you about Rajeswari. Of the criminal court, first Indian woman to take the bench. She came from India as a teenager. She has an extraordinary empathy for others. She speaks 5 languages, and she put that history as an immigrant and that ability to speak all these languages to work, helping to reach immigrants in the Staten Island communities where she served as an ADA, and she saw it as her mission to give them confidence in the justice process. Peter Deblasio of the Family Court, the first openly gay judge from Staten Island, has had a tremendous career in matrimonial law, has deep perceptions about family in our society today and how to work with every kind of family, and is himself a father of 2. One more, civil court judge Marguerite Doherty. She served for 18 years as a court officer and a clerk, and she aspired to take the next step, and while doing that work, put herself through Brooklyn Law School. and now will be a distinguished jurist. That's an extraordinary path from the grassroots up. Everyone's had amazing experiences. Everyone brings such perception about the people and the communities we serve. Everyone brings passion for justice and equality. So on behalf of all 8.5 million New Yorkers, I said the other day, I have 8.5 million constituents with 8.5 million different opinions. But on this we can be united. We are thankful. We are thankful to all the good people who have stepped forward into this role. Let me just say a few words in Spanish. Hoy juré a 28 jueces muy calificados que reflejan la diversidad de nuestra ciudad, para que el sistema judicial sea equitativo. Es importante que los jueces tengan diversos orígenes y representan a las personas en sus cortes. Estos jueces nos ayudarán a construir una ciudad más justa y más inclusiva. With that, I just want to let you know you are calificado. You can clap for the Spanish if you like. I want each and every one to know they reached the designation calificado, or if you're a woman, calificada. I'm now going to call up in sets according to which type of court we have. I'm going to call up first our new appointees to family court. Please step forward as your name is called. Elizabeth Barnett. Jacqueline Dean. Peter Deblasio. Alicia Elioras. Adetokunbo Fasanya. That name is basically the equivalent of John Smith in his country. Carol Goldstein. Alma Gomez. Connie Gonzalez. Michael Millsap. Eric Pitchall. Perhaps the most beautiful first name I'm going to editorialize, Fiordalisa Rodriguez. And now I will call up the reappointees to family court. Tandra Dawson. Douglas Hoffman. Clark Richardson. And Edwina Richardson Mendelson. All right, now we're going to do the oath. I just want to say I had the honor of performing a wedding ceremony for one of our city council colleagues, Julissa Ferreras, on Friday here in this chamber. And I literally had to do the line, if anyone here objects, please say or forever hold your peace. I'm not going to offer that opportunity here. Decision's been made, people. So, but this is a big moment for each and every one of you. So, brace yourselves, take a deep breath, and please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. That took a while. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Judge of the Family Court of the State of New York in the City of New York according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. You may be seated. We're going to bring the next group up. All right, let's see if the criminal court group can do it as well as that. We'll now call up all the new appointees to the criminal court. Here we go. Abena Darke. Claudia De Peister. Guy Mitchell. Catherine Peck. Lori Peterson. And Raja Rajaswari. And I will now call up the reappointees to criminal court, Bruna Di Biase, and George Grasso. All right. Ready, everyone? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Judge of the Criminal Court of the City of New York according to the best of my ability. So help me God. All right. Well done. Well done. You have to stay there for the paparazzi. Come on, paparazzi. We can do this. Okay. Thank you. We will now call up the next group. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll now call up the new appointees to the civil court. Heidi Cesar. Marguerite Doherty. Althea Drysdale. And we will call up the reappointees to the civil court, Tracy Bing, and Laura Johnson. All right, you've had two groups ahead of you to warm up with, so now you're ready. Please raise your right hands. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Judge of the Civil Court of the City of New York, according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. It was that simple. They're all judges now, and we will be taking photos with judges and family members, and we're going to get directed in how to do that. Where are we going? Okay, so the formal ceremony is over. We're going to take a bunch of photos, and then I'll be coming back for our friends in the media in just a few minutes. Congratulations to all, and thank you, everyone.